You ask, I shall supply. We'll start with Victor Wembanyama. Let's just go over Victor Wembanyama. Let's see what he had to say. I have not watched any of this, okay? The only thing I've seen is a few quotes, which they were some banger quotes from Jeremy Sohan, but I have not watched any of these interviews. So these are a lot, and they're kind of lengthy, especially when we're doing reactions. So we're going to split it, okay? We'll do these two today, catch another live stream, and then we'll do a few more. And yeah, we'll just split those up, you know, amongst the next few days. So Victor Wembanyama.
What's up?
What up? Hold on, I'm trying to see his hair.
Yeah.
My mom did something like this for me back when I was that middle school? When did I have cornrows? No, I had cornrows in high school at one point. Maybe elementary school. I think I got this design in elementary school. Yeah. But I got cornrows again in high school. It looks dope. I like it. I said all that to say this.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If I say no, you're gonna write bad articles, so I guess I don't have a choice.
What you mean?
You,
what do you mean hairstyle is better but still needs work? What's wrong with it? You can tell he's had it for a little while. It's frizzying up a little bit. The front frizzying up a little bit, but like it looks nice.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good. I mean, it's good to be with the team. It's good to work hard again. So feeling good.
What are you able to do on the court or off the court or any what physical activity are you allowed to do right now?
So I'm able to do like hard work, hard lifting, and also basketball work. But it's all very controlled and light. And even though sometimes I feel like I would like to do more, it's logical, medical direction. So I trust the process and I trust the medical staff.
Are you allowed to do any contact yet, or
No.
still do you have a sense what that timeline looks like?
These are some good questions. I really want to know this. All right. When do you get to start practicing? And they also need to ask him about playing in the summer. He needs to say, no, I'm only dedicated to the Spurs. That's selfish of me. I shouldn't say that.
You might be able to do that.
Kind of course, but it's all, as I said, we're taking our time, and I'm neither late or early, but it's a process, and there's definitely steps we need to reach before that.
Big sorry to take.
Look at him trusting our medical staff, unlike someone else we know. I think he's talking to you. I think he's talking to you, Kawhi.
Take you so far back, but it has been a while. And going back to All-Star game, right?
Yeah.
This is the last time you talked to us. What was that whole week? If you could play it again, like the flight back, when did you figure out something was wrong? I'm sure that was a hugely emotional week for you. Just if you could describe that whole process of finding this huge news out.
So at the time, I definitely didn't know, But looking back, I did feel a certain way, I mean, I wasn't in the best shape ever on the All-Star game. But, of course, it's...
He was tired a lot, y'all. We brought this up quite a bit. We were like, he is tired a lot. And we knew it was a problem last season. But this season, it really did show by All-Star break. I was like, he can't be out there for more than like a minute. He's trying to go all in, and he just can't do it. And it was worse than even when he was in the Olympics. It was way worse.
It's something really hard, and I'm not gonna lie and saying it's easy, but I am gonna say though I was ready for it because it's part of the my job to be ready for injuries and such. So by no means it was easy to learn and to process that, but by no means I was not ready. I was I think I did, and I'm still doing the best we can do, taking care of my body, trusting the incredible work of the medical staff. But it's I think it's something that I'm sure it's something that I'm going to use to grow up and get better.
Share where you were when you.
Surprised he still plays so amazingly, like 50%. Man, I don't want to say that Wemby is what ifs, because he's not what ifs, But yeah, it's been like this for the past 2 seasons where we're just like, he's so young. What the heck is he going to become? Because he'll have performances where it's like effortless. Like he'll have 30 points. You don't even know how he got the. He was like, when did he get 30? He'll have 10 blocks, and we're like, we're already at 10. Like it's so impressive, and yet he has so many drawbacks right now. You know, with the blood clot, obviously his age, not having really a go-to move yet. There's a lot of drawbacks, conditioning, the strength, but he's still so good. I would say, you know, this is kind of crazy. Okay, I will say the peak of which we've seen Vic so far. If he were to just stay at the peak that we've seen thus far, let's just take his best game of his career thus far, and he just stayed there, I still think that that's championship worthy. Like maybe he can't be someone you fully lean on, right? You'll have to bring some veterans, some guys that can finish the game, you know, better conditioning and all of that. But I still think that is someone you could still win a championship with, which is crazy. I don't think that he's at the point where he could just put the whole team on his back, right? We're not looking at 03 Duncan here, but he's definitely super talented to the point where you can probably win a championship without, you know, without him being at his career peak or his upcoming peak. Sorry, I was reading a comment. I got distracted.
You found out exactly what was wrong.
No.
I know the season obviously didn't end the way you wanted to. Just talking about that, but just when you look at the season, when you look at it, take us through your thoughts on your year, a second year here in the NBA.
Looking back, I mean, a lot happened. You know, a lot unexpected, of course. Whether it's, of course, my stop in the season or even Pop, you know, learning what happened to him. It's stuff like this, but looking back, there's some great memories. I'm thinking about the Christmas game in New York, and that whole trip, the Paris games, you know, those are all incredible memories, and there's even more to remember about that season. I mean, all the LA situation, we're there for a while. I mean, but I said before, it's all about adaptation. So we adapted, and I think we can. I think my teammates really showed some incredible things in the past months, and really built for the future. And I mean, I think we probably have a big reward for that, because I think Steph pretty much, you know, did the job to getting Rookie of the Year. And if he does the job tonight, I think he's got it unlocked. So it's we still get some incredible memories and incredible rewards for that season.
Along those lines, Vic, you know, Steph having the year he did.
Just to think this is the worst version of Steph Castle we'll ever see. Yeah, it's kind of insane, right?
You got Fox in the mix now.
Yeah.
Just, I imagine there's a great source of excitement for you heading into the season in terms of what you could be next year.
Of course, and I'm not gonna expand on that too much because it's all remains to do for me. But it's I'm hungry and.
So true. Worst versions of Wemby and Castle. They're gonna be Wade and Shaq. You could have said Kobe and Shaq. Why did you go with Wade and Shaq? I mean, Wade was at his peak. Shaq was great, but he wasn't Shaq, you know?
No, I will be ready.
How have you stayed positive through all of this?
I think it's all about perspective. All the attention I got from the incredible people here, incredible at their jobs, but incredible persons too. You know, from my visits to the hospital and such.
Because Wade was good at getting the line, like Steph. Okay, I actually don't know Kobe's numbers compared to Wade getting to the line.
I think I got as good as a care as you can get as a patient. So I'm looking back, I'm really lucky. This happens, but all of us in that room, all of us in the league, we do with what we get. We do with what we're blessed with, and I'm still in the 1%. luckiest people. So I got nothing to complain about, and it's a really slight setback.
Victor, 2 questions. One, you just said care as a patient. Does that indicate that you had surgery, or are you talking broadly?
I thought they say he did.
It's there's many more things than surgery when you go to the hospital for a blood clot. So I'm not gonna expand on my medical record, but I definitely did some visits to the hospital and to the doctors and to the specialists of all kind.
The other question is just about the job Mitch did, and there's a lot of uncertainty right now, waiting, rightfully so, for Pop to make a decision. But do you need to know what's your mindset?
He's not worried about. He's not thinking of. I don't think he's. Do you need to know? He knows Pop is a legend. He's not thinking about that. We'll see what he says, but I don't think he's worried about that.
I mean, it's I trust the organization. I trust Pop to make all he can to come back, to get his energy back, and I also trust Mitch to grow into that role. So it's I think we're in good hands. We're supporting each other all throughout the organization. So I don't know.
As Pop said, all you need is good guys. So when you're creating a team, when you're getting the right guys in the front office, when you're getting right coaches, they just all have to be good guys. Have a certain character, have that Spurs culture, and it can all just come together that way. So that's why he's not worried. Great culture.
It's something I'm ready for anything, and I know the organization will do the good decisions.
Right here, Matt.
As you've had this
So I checked in on the free throw stuff between Kobe and Wade, and yeah, I guess when Kobe was playing with Shaq, he didn't get to the line as often, which makes sense. Not as often as Wade did, but Kobe definitely got to the line a lot. Like, we got about 10 free throw attempts by 2005, 2006. And isn't that the year that Wade won his championship in 2006? Yeah, and they were averaging basically the same free throw attempts that year. So, yeah, Kobe got to the line just as much as Wade.
chance to sit back, what have you seen from your teammates, the people that theoretically are going to be around you for a while?
I've seen some energy in the court and dedication.
By the way, Wemby isn't lying. Okay, so like when Wemby says he trusts the medical staff, he trusts the front office, he trusts. We watch all of the press conferences with him. We pay attention to all the off the court stuff as we can. We pay attention to just everything that he says. He is very blunt, right? I will say this: I think he's had a few issues with Mitch Johnson. Not like arguments or anything like that, or fighting with him, but as far as in-game adjustments, he's brought up how that has been an issue. So it's not like he's just always been everything's perfect, everything's great. So I do take his word for it when he says that he trusts the organization. And even in this small segment, when he talked about the future of our coaching situation, he even said, well, I have faith that Mitch Johnson will grow into that role, right? So like, he's not saying he's a great coach. He's not lying about anything. I think these are all his true thoughts. Now he can phrase it, very eloquently and make sure that it's professional. I want to say politically correct, but that's not the right term. I just think it's professional the way he going about it, and but he's also honest, right? He seems like a really great communicator, more than likely. Yeah. Clan the fact checking fan. I just had to check. It looks like it was the same. Yeah, but Kobe was alone. He had to. Yeah, but even when Kobe was with Shaq, look. Even when he was with Shaq, he wasn't alone. They had a pretty good team. After that, hold on, let me go to. Let's see. Yeah, even when he was with Shaq, he still averaged like 7 to 8. As far as career averages, Actually, funny enough, as far as career averages, Kobe Bryant averaged more. He got to the line more often than Wade. I mean, you could also make the argument that Wade had to get to the line a little bit more, even more so, because, I mean, Shaq wasn't Shaq. But, I mean, I'll admit that was his bread and butter because Wade couldn't shoot, right? Like he couldn't shoot at all. He couldn't shoot threes. So he had to. But the fact that Kobe did have a pretty decent outside shot, for that time. Early on in his career, I mean, it was pretty rough. Like, he had 37.5% that year. But we all know that Kobe wasn't like the best outside shooter in the world. But he did take far more than Wade. So for him to take more outside shots and still be pretty close as far as free throw attempts, I think we could say that they both were getting to the line quite often. Maybe even more impressive by Kobe, to be real.
That has grown throughout the season. And at some point I even felt like, damn, I wish we played like that when I was there, Because I'm willing to do, these guys, they do dirty work, they sacrifice for the team every single game. Of course, we always think about the guys like KJ or Blake who are just machines, give 100% all the time, but the whole team embrace that energy. And I'm willing to show that I'm ready to do that too. And because I'm willing to do the dirty work just as they do every night.
Wemby, if Steph Castle wins Rookie of the Year, what would
he can't be too? Yes, not Wemby doesn't need to get too excited by the end of this year, because I think a lot of times when you get close to the end, you can get a lot of teams off guard. But there has been some really great showings with Wemby not on the court that were impressive. So,
what would that mean to you personally as a winner of it yourself?
It would mean, the first thing I think about is, Rookie of the Year, you got one chance to win it. After that, it's over. So it's a big milestone, and I'm really proud. First of all, I'm really proud of Steph for what he's done in his adaptation in the league and his growth. But I'm really proud of my teammates for, also giving him the chance to do that, being good teammates, good friends.
I just think Castle plays more like Wade than Kobe. Oh yeah, I can see that.
An environment, because it's never a one man's job, Just like the organization and my teammates and the staff did for me last year, they did the same for Steph this year.
Would you encourage Chris Paul to come back for another season?
No,
of course. It's without a doubt, yeah.
Going back to February, were you just shocked when they said out for the year?
Was I? I don't know. I mean, I had symptoms, so I kind of looked into it before. I wouldn't say I was shocked, but to hear it from the mouth of a professional is different than to imagine it for sure.
Have you ever heard of deep vein thrombosis before you had it?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yeah.
That's one of mine. Just big picture.
Wemby just knows everything. How old is he again? Isn't he 14?
Looking at the expectations you had for your career in January compared to what they have now.
January, though?
What's that?
Why January?
But before this happened.
Okay.
I'm saying, but before you found out.
Okay, yeah.
Did you have to readjust your expectations for your life or your career at all, or is this?
No, definitely not. I mean, I know it's I'm over with this problem, and more than being over, as I said before, it's something I'm gonna use, and I think, unfortunately, most of us need something like that to happen to them to realize some things, and it's gonna be in the long run, it's gonna be good for me.
Thank you. Take a couple of French Maxime.
Well, and right there, 14. I don't know. He might be 6. I think the Spurs put him in a lab after the Kawhi Leonard situation. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. We are so set. I know that we were excited last season going into this one, but now it feels like we're finally getting there. We're finally at the point where we'll get to see some winning basketball, right? Like this season, we had a little bit of winning basketball, but I mean real winning basketball. I'm expecting playoffs next season. And we can actually be excited about it. Will we go that far? Probably not. But I can be excited about it. We have the opportunity. We'll have the opportunity. We'll have the chance. And that's all you ask for is the chance. It's going to be a lot of fun, bro. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. CCC, yes we are. Yeah. Well, that was good. That was nice. He gave us a little insight there. But hey, positive as always. That's just who he is. Positive as always.